مرحبا مرحبا. ما قدروا يجيبون واحد يقول مرحبا، قال مرحبا.
These bare shelves are actually rather convenient. Less washing up.
Here's your violin, Mr. Jones. It might have gained a few nicks and scratches, but considering what it's been through, it's a miracle that it's still in one piece.
God bless you. I am deeply in your debt, Mr. Holmes. The scratches don't matter. They are like scars, each telling a story. It is the sound that matters. Oh, you should hear her sing.
It would be my pleasure.
This melody, Sherlock. Don't you recognize it?
ايه يمديني استرجع ذكرى. اوه من هنا.
Look up, Sherry. There used to be an attic up there. We used to sneak in from the roof and listen to Mr. Jones play when we were children. You should tell the old man the truth. I think it will mean a lot to him.
Bravo! I'd forgotten how beautiful a violin sounds in the skilled hands of a virtuoso. That melody, it brought back some memories. I have a confession to make, Mr. Jones. As a child, I used to sneak into the attic above this very room and listen to you play. Spellbound by the music.
Oh, so that was you. After my wife's death, it was difficult to pick up the violin again. But knowing someone was listening helped me persevere. In fact, a young man like yourself would breathe a second life into this instrument. It's a remarkable outlet for one's emotions. You should have it.
I can't accept that. And, well, I don't play.
It's never too late to learn, Mr. Holmes. The way I see it, the violin chose you. Take good care of her.
Thank
Sherry,
you.
I'm really glad we helped him.
I hope you'll enjoy playing it as much as I did.
طب لازم اخذ ذا يا حبيبي. لازم اسرق زيادة. طيب الحين انا ابغى افتح الكيس بوك. واو وش ذا الجريمة. اوكي ابغى احلها عندي مرة فضول. يقول رجالين لقوهم ميتين جنب قبر مفتوح في المقبرة. وكلهم كان عليهم علامات عطف في رقابهم. اوه نو فامباير. الاول اسمه جون بودين، هو اللي يهتم بالمقبرة. والثاني سعيد حافظ مسكين، مساعد بروفيسور في كلية طبية في كوردونا. طيب المتهمين هم هيمل آرخي المهم تانر وكميل وآرخي. deceased reportedly a vampire. شوفي اللي وراك يا وئام، شوفي مين دخل وراك حبيبي. ايش صحصحك، ايش صحصحك. خليها ليه بتبخين؟ لا ما قلت طلعيها، اقول شوفي وراك عادي. انا احسبك بتبخين، خليها عادي. ويتي روحي ويتي حبيبي. ولا انها ضعيفة. اصبروا تعالي يلا روحي جوا، روحي هناك راح استمتع. يلا روحي ولبي يسعدها نونو. لأنها نونو مؤدبة. طيب الشهود هم لياندرو المهم باربيري أو وش ذي الأسماء، جو فيجرنت. طيب واحد ريبورتر يعني صحفي، والثاني فيجرنت يعني ما أدري، واحد يتمشى واحد مهاجر، مو مهاجر يعني، والله ما أدري إيش المقصد، ببحث بعدين. evidence points to the possible involvement of supernatural forces. واو أقول بس. المهم الضحية الثانية اللي هو سعيد، سعيد، سعيد 56 سنة، جته جرح في الرجل، ضربة قوية على الراس، وزي علامات العض في الرقبتين. هي انتراك intracranial، كلهم نفس السبب. massive blood loss. كلهم ضربوا براسهم بقوة. ولا أحلى واحدة مؤدبة كانت راقدة وصحصحت. صحصحتي أنتي، اعترفي. ها صحتيها صح؟ كانت تحت في غرفتي، ما مريتي عليها؟ هي مجنونة صحت. طيب يقول أخو الضحية، يقول حاول نتكلم بس مرة ما يبغى يتكلم. شافه يطلع من البيت وحط ورد على قبر أخته، ورجع الفجر وكان مظهره وسخ وتعبان. واو، خلوه ياكل ثوم. مش انتم مصدقين في فامبايرز؟ طيب الفيجنت يقول كنت اتعشى بعدين جوني جاء وحفر، ما في، وكان طبعا معاه احد ثاني. يقول غفيت ولما صحيت كذا كان الوضع مضبب عندي واسمع صياح هاولينج، كان صوت ايش ذئاب وات. بعدين شاف زي الفلاش وميض رعد برق، بس ما في اصلا برق. يقول طلع يعني في احد وصل، جت احد يوصل العربة كذا. قلت طلعت اشوف ايش صار وما لقيت الا الفلاشز ممكن من الصحفي. يقول لقيت الصحفي لياندرو قال لي ان فيه مصاص دماء قتل 2 قريبين مني. يقول واو صدق اني انا محظوظ. ايش قال الصحفي؟ يقول انا مرة عندي خشم يشم القصص الجيدة، كنت اتمشى في المقبرة ولما شفته ايش يسمونه، نيكرومانسر، ايش يسمونهم، استغفر الله، هو مقصد الساحر اللي يحيي الموتى يعني، يطلع الزومبي، ما هم موتى، ما هم من أحياء زي الزومبي بالأصح. ما أمزح، رجع حرمة من قبرها وطلب منها أنها تهاجم الرجلين اللي كانوا قريبين، وكلهم تحولوا لخفافيش وطاروا، هو يعني الساحر والمرة. ومرة كنت خايف إني أصور حتى، بس شفت صور ضحاياهم راح يكونون في الصفحة الأولى. أقول بس بليس الماب.
اشترينا كبير عشان وهام ترسم فيها أكثر من حبة.
طيب وين قال مكانهم صح؟ ما انتبهت. شكلها في المقبرة واحدة، فهي هذه. أيوة اللي فيها أمه، قريب من قبر مفتوح. نشوف القبر المفتوح. طبعا دول الناس ما بيفيدوني عشاني متكشخة، ولا بيعبروني، بس خلينا ندور قبر مفتوح. اوه
This place gives me the creeps. What if the vampire comes back?
شوف بس هنا احنا. هنا هي.
Shouldn't we have brought some wooden stakes with us? Or at least garlic?
The flowers are still fresh.
قبعة.
This is a somewhat neglected and dusty hat. The stone is rather unwieldy, so it couldn't be used as a weapon. Someone fell and hit their head on it.
بتبيعينها يعني وأم متى؟ بكرة؟ بدري تفكرين بالبزنس اليوم.
ما عندي شيء عشان كذا. هذه ما أدري ما عادي.
أشوفها.
النت والله ما صح ما تنباع خصيصا دي ما حد يدقق. أمي يدققون وش اللي بهي تحطه مثلا بفتره واللي.
أيوه خليها لك ما هي كاملة الصراحة لو إنها مليانة.
أنا باعت كلامي ما باعت خلاص.
كيف هو أعمل تبغى تبيعها؟
We're dealing with a very immoderate bloodsucker here.
ما خليها بعدين. أنا إلا إيش كنت يمكن أحذف هذا وخلي أضيف لها صور ثانية.
Moderate bloodsucker.
دي روح يس.
ذكرت يمي سالفة. تدرين أمي الشوكولاتة في أمريكا مشي حالك؟ شوكولاتة في أمريكا مشي حالك؟ يعني إذا أخذتي كتكات أمريكي طعمه ما هو نفس الكتكات البريطاني أو الإماراتي. يقولون أسوأ كتكات هو الأمريكي. الشوكولاتة الأمريكية أسوأ نوع شوكولاتة. والله واحدة بريطانية راحت هناك سفلت في شوكولاتتهم تقول وش اللي تاكلون أنتو؟ بس لازم تسوينه بدري عشان ينشف. تاخذه بكرة تقول.
An expensive hat with a few grey hairs stuck to the brim. Someone tore their trousers here.
مع
The
وجه
blade is bent from the impact.
دم.
The bleeding wasn't severe, there are just a few drops.
وش ذا الدم في كل مكان غريب مرة. يعني قطرات يعني كأنها ضربات خفيفة بس. ودي أشوف إذا يمديني أشوف الجثث.
أنا بسويها طيب خلاص أنا بسوي هذه عليها القطة الأساسية. وش القطة الأساسية؟ النقوشات اللي زي اللي تحت. اللي سويتها أنا ذاك اليوم في الصفحة السوداء في الكراسة السوداء.
هذا هو القبر أيوه.
The label is illegible. Looks like a set of surgical instruments. One is missing.
رنات ليش نحط هذه؟ ما نحط هذه من وراء.
إيش؟
الخشبان دي. خشبان ما فيش فايدة والله.
نسيت أنت ثبيت.
يعني يوسعون ما أدري كيف.
نسيت والله ما أعرف. أنا ما أستعمل لوحات أصلا فما أعرف.
أنا عارفة أيوة. المهم أنا بروح أصلي. أنا متى تبدين معي؟
أيوة ذا. We've run out of fresh cadavers for dissection. أها. هذه الحركات هنا ياخذون الجثث عشان يشرحونها.
It's not very polite to just drop in on someone unannounced. Nicely roasted.
Psilocybin mushrooms. These are powerful hallucinogens. I wonder how even the most destitute always somehow manage to scrape together enough for a drink.
أنا سؤالي ليش يعطيني علامة ال أوه، يمديني أسويها هنا؟ أحسب لازم أروح مختبر.
برسم طبيعة هنا والثانية برسم فيها بحر ورمل. أنا معك
وات
واحدة منفخة.
لينك ونحطه هنا. طيب
كم لوحة؟ 3 لوحات.
وذس
ما بقيتي لي شيء انتي. ايش
this
لوحاتي؟ هنا في لوحتين،
أوه
في 4 لوحات
أوكي.
مدري 5 غير الاسود. ايوه بس هذه الاحجام ممكن انا ضحكت هناك هم نفس الاحجام زي هذه. ايوه نفس هذا الحجم نفس هذا، والاسود عندك واحد نفس هذا نفس هناك وواحد اكبر. ما في صغير، ترى ما في صغير غير هذا. طيب انتي يمديك تاخذينها، انتي ما بديتي امي مشروعك عشان كذا. ابغى اشوف كيف تركب، لازم تجيبيها عشان تركبين فيها الخشبان. ما يحتاج، ما حد يركبها، انا اركبها. خليني اعرف هم ليش حطوها، ما حطوها كذا عبثا. عندي كم شغله بشوف. اهم شيء اختباري. انا اختباري هذا مخصص له وقت، عشان كذا اقول
وات كيف أسوي ذا؟ help يقول drag out two reagents
من ورا كيف تركب.
link the reagents to an operation.
طلباتي
أوه هذه هي الأوبريشن.
هذه الطلبات اللي دحين، ابغى الطلبات السابقة. ايوه هذه هي طلعت. يعني هي هنا واصلة لنا وانا ما شريت. ايوه بس انه مكتوب الجرير. لا لا شيء.
عيني تحكني لحظة. أوه هذا ما أبغاه، لخبطت. كيف أحذفه؟ أها.
ما فهمت ايش قصدك، يعني ما بتستخدمينها ولا ايش؟ ما راح نستخدمها. هم يمكن ما لها دخل بالتثبيت او التعليق، يمكن هذا بس اللي يرسمها يساعدها بشيء. احنا ما استخدمتها مليون مرة ما ساعدت بشيء. خلاص
ليش؟ ليش ما يمديني؟ أوكي أظن جاتني ببالي الفكرة. حطها كذا. هذا هنا. المشكلة إذا سويت سكيب ما بيشرح لي. اها اوكي، جت الفكرة. يس امبامبلينج. امبام، تايم تو امبام. هذيك اللعبة شو اسمها؟ لا لا لا، تايم تو امبام. حقت ذا مونستر نسيتها. المهم انها حقت هذيك تشريح والجثث اللي تتحرك وكذا. باقي في ايفيدنس زيادة. نقدر نتخيل اللي صار. يلا لا عاد، اي زين، كنت بينسدح بعد. ما في مصاص دماء. خلنا نقرا بالضبط ايش صار. هذا ينقلب. هنشوف مواصفات الجثث. طيب ما في شيء. واحد graveyard keeper، الطبيب هو اللي بيمسك هذه الأشياء. هذا الطبيب، البروفيسور أقصد. في عندي أشياء ناقصة، شكلي بسحب عليه. عندي كثير بيانات ناقصة، بروح أشوف مركز الشرطة وأكلم هذا، ممكن أكلمه أول.
Just don't tell Stark what I said, or he'll think I'm a coward.
مركز الشرطة، أيوه.
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
ما في أحد من السسبكتس موجود. سافة لأن صدق ماني فاهمة ولا شيء من السيناريو. نرجع للسيمتري. What? مثلا هذا راح يشوف، مثلا يبغى يروح يشوف القبر، في قبعة هنا طاحت. راح يشوف مين هذا اللي أصيب. نقدر نقول أبو ورد. لا يقطع، كلهم بيقطعون في النهاية. طيب بفهم هنا ايش. طيب هنا اوكي، هذا مين؟ بس هذا يعني ان في 3 جثث. two men.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
قل هذا ينقلع. أبو قبعة طاح. أوه، اللي مات هو اللي معاه ورد. أوكي، نقول اللي معاه ورد دخل من هنا. يعني اللي معاه ورد كان يشتغل معاه هنا. أوكي، نحطه هنا. أوكي، هذا هو.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even
يا
trying,
الله،
Sherry.
أنا خلاص
Concentrate.
طفشت. بيقعد يحش فيني بعد شوية. طيب نقول هذا أولا. خلاص فهمنا. مسكين يعني هذا راح يزور قبر أخته أظن وودع.
The brother of the deceased became furious when he caught the anatomist exhuming his sister's body. He killed him with a shovel. The graveyard keeper took to his heels, but didn't get far. He fell, hitting his head on a stone, which rendered him unconscious. With the murderer gone, the reporter who was hiding punctured the neck of the first victim to imitate a bite. But when he did the same to the second victim, he killed an unconscious man. So we have 2 murders and 2 murderers, but no vampires.
Vampires are not so scary when you have grave robbers and journalists running around.
المريض ذا الصحفي كل هذا عشان يجيب خبر مميز. شرطة شرطة for real صدق. شرطة اسمع.
Just don't tell Stark what I said.
بروح الحين بعدها أكمل القصة. أخذ فلوس أشتري أثاث أكمل القصة.
Constable Stark, do you believe in vampires?
Eh? What do vampires have to do with anything?
Oh, that's exactly what I thought while looking into the murders at the cemetery. The primary suspect is indeed the murderer, but he's not the only one. The reporter, who so easily fooled everyone with his vampire stories, killed the other victim.
But why would he do that?
He believed the unconscious man to be dead and decided to concoct a thrilling story for his readers.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'll have the conniving little scrub taken in immediately. There's only one case left. Don't let me stop you.
بأخذها وبعدين أكمل. الحين أنا أبغى خلي هذه السكيب كوت بس بشيل هذا كله. جسس من ورايا. أبغى أشتري. روح أشتري من محل ما قدرت أخذ منه باقي الأثاث. بطني توقعني. أيوة هذا المحل. أيوة ذا الرجال.
The best antique. My goods will brighten up your house.
هات هذا بيتي أصلا حق بيتي.
Enjoy your purchase.
الحين بعدين أروح أشوف الفاميلي فريند. أشوف الملابس اللي هنا.
Come closer and try something on. You won't regret it.
هات شوف.
The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
تتكرر الملابس بعد. أحتاج لبس زي كذا يحسسني منهم. ايوه
Perfect
مية مية.
chance.
اوه No, 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 not now, not now. Not now, not now, woman. الحين فلسنا، أبى أروح البيت أشوف إذا يمديني أسترجع ذكرى جديدة. بس ما عندي فلوس أشوف ذا. يلا بس قال قريب من بيتي. هذا بيتي هنا؟ لا لخبطت. هنا البيت تحت. Greek Bridge. هذا Greek Bridge. أيوه يلا ندور. اوه هذاك هو. واو المنطاد واضح على طول. السلام عليكم. كان لازم اروح هناك.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
Destruction and trampled ground.
It's as if a storm went through here.
Destruction and trampled ground.
What?
Oof, a contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Ah.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Yeah, أصبع مقطوع.
Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police. Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
اوه شت الفيل حقه دعسه شكله. يا
A strong pull broke this leash.
فيل.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Poke the elephant with this? Really?
مسكين.
People are hopeless.
أي والله.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation. A royal suite for a favourite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
This is quite comfy.
زحف لين ما مات، أعوذ بالله.
Coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
طيب.
A sailor's...
باقي شيء.
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
What? No. بس الدم بدأ من هنا. لا، بالأصح أن نتعصر صدق. ما في شيء قبلها. اوه شيء يا ربي.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor? He was certainly under pressure.
لازم اروح اولا اشتري صحيفة. هنا ايوه. اوه لا دوبني استوعب في الاركايف. Ten years ago. ما أظن بلقاها هنا. هنا أيوة هسه هنا.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger?
Oh.
Or nosebagger spurns local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel,
Yasmin.
Editor-in-Chief of the Cordona Chronicle.
Mou Yasmin.
Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access And you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things. I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
هنا؟ اوكي.
That's the article. Feeling old already?
بروح ارجع للبيت هنا. بسأل الناس اللي قاعدين يتلقفوا برا يمكنهم شافوا شيء. ايوه هنا صح.
May I ask for your assistance?
That's a question I can answer.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't help you with that, sir.
towards the forest. قال راح من Greek Bridge لين هناك. نشوف.
Can I ask you a question?
Why should I care about your troubles when you don't care about mine?
أيوة أثاره هنا.
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John,
so many jokes
no.
I could think of. Oh, you're such a killjoy. So many jokes I could think of.
Oh, we can swim.
Want to go for a swim?
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
روح البيت. اقدر افك الباب ادخل افتش اظن الحين. اصبر اول شيء ابى اسمع الشرطة. اوكي ما بيعبروني. حلو. واو لا تقول لي عنده بنت.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age. I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
تطلع على البنت.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you. Find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened. Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Who's a cute bird?
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling. From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
Quite the spectrum. From the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution. What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Alhamdulillah. Oh.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger. Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured. I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
ذكرت الجريمة في الجزء اللي قبل. Studying Garden. ثيودور.
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say.
ما عاد بقى شيء هنا.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit.
Where?
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
A commendable effort to barricade the windows. False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. She packed as much as she could carry. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk. You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
Collectibles.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Oh, well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit. How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
طب الكتب ذي الخايسة كيف أصلا أجيبها إذا يبغاها ذا؟ من هنا. اوه، وش ذا المنطاد يخوف. هذا هو البوك شوب.
All fresh issues are sold out.
تفو عليك.
All the newspapers are
طيب نقل أنت بعد.
sold out.
Simply the best garments on the island.
Masterpieces by... My goods will brighten up your house. You always know where to find me.
وين هذا الكلوب حقه؟ ويبضني. خلينا نروح المكتبة أول. هذه هي. هذا كذا بحل الجريمة وبقفل.
Does it look remotely familiar to you?
Should it?
Concentrate, Sherry.
بركز بعد ما أبحث.
Lost, sir?
Huh?
Not at all. I'm right where I need to be. I'm Sherlock Holmes, by the way.
Ursula Oni, the chief archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct, and now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course. But in return, perhaps dinner?
That's a high price to pay for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
I'm curious, how did Mycroft recruit you? I doubt you're a field agent. I imagine you work with intelligence.
That's correct. Your brother noticed me when I tracked down a spy at the archives. That's how our cooperation began. And you? Did Mycroft force you into this?
Not at all. We simply have a mutual interest in someone. Or something.
Of course. A fruitful and willing collaboration, I'm sure.
Well, I'm his younger brother. I have to accept the consequences of being a close relative of an official figure.
I suppose, in a way, we are colleagues, Mr. Holmes.
In the remotest way possible, Miss Oni.
Have you found anything helpful?
ها هذاك وش كان طيب اللي رحت له أنا؟ ما هو نفسه؟ I'm so confused. حسبت إنه نفس المكان. أوه. هذيك للصحفي الصحافة، هذه المدينة نفسها. كمان الاركايفز.
I'll be right here.
الحمد لله. أوه. أوه. Arthur Swift.
With your love for archives, you would have made the perfect bureaucrat.
A large crowd gathered. I was here, young and passionate about the truth. Mycroft stood close to me. He was keen on my attending every official event, that I might prepare myself for the Crown service.
Lucky for you, that was the last time he did it.
There was a stage here, a tribute. The governor gave his speech there. He was lying through his teeth and nobody noticed, or didn't want to, but I noticed. I was extremely irritated by his lies. I shouted my opinions very loudly for everyone to hear.
The crowd went wild.
Mycroft was angry but calm. He led me away from the stage. He told me that I should keep my mouth shut, and that silence is golden. I couldn't stand for that.
Behold, Sherlock Holmes's famous adherence to justice was born here.
أنا بكمل بعدين خلاص.